Good morning to all. This is Dr. Gajendran, Professor in Department of Civil Engineering and Senior Innovator, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Today we are going to discuss a topic: how the environmental impact assessment can be used as a sustainable development tool. What is EIA, what are its components, and what are the different approaches through which we can ensure that sustainable development using the assessment of environmental impact. So, what is EIA first of all? Environmental impact assessment, it is the process of evaluating the potential environmental impact before in hand. Okay, so for example, any sustainable development, if you are doing something, it may be any industrial development or any major project or infrastructure project, whatever it may be. In the initial itself, if you know what are the environmental consequences, what are the problems we may predict, what are the possible problems we can predict, all those things are possible only if you know the tools and technology. So that tools and technology can be ensured using this environmental impact assessment. So nowadays we are facing a lot of issues which will start from flood or a kind of natural disasters and man-made disasters. All those things are there. So these all are non-predictable, but still we have some techniques in our hand through which we can ensure that this is not impacting more. It is not, this is not happening, we cannot predict. Of course, we have directly or indirectly some reason for that, or we are being the reason for this kind of disasters or any kind of hazard situation, but still we can manage using this technology. So the EIA process involves identifying, predicting, and evaluating the potential environmental impact of a proposed project. It also includes mitigating the measures. For example, some impacts are we cannot avoid such impacts. Some impacts we cannot avoid, but what we can do, we can mitigate. We can mitigate the issues. So that is possible. A stakeholder of engagement, engaging with stakeholders is very important, which include the local communities, government agencies, and NGOs. These are not the stakeholders we are engaging through this EIA process. This is really a very wonderful opportunity to interact with the people and curious about the problem, and you can pop up with the information, whatever it's coming up, and you can work on it. So these all are some significant. The EIA is the best practice which adapt the innovative technologies and methodologies, integrating ecosystem-based approaches and promoting transparency are essential for effective EIA implement. So what we supposed to do? What is our need? How we are going to do about it? So entire day, every day there are technologies which are coming up. So you can use this technology to come up with the new ideas, to come up with the new policies through which you can control the impact on environment, whatever the major and whatever the so-called development project. EIA and sustainable development goals. EIA play a vital role, very important role in sustainable development goals. In short form, we say SDG goals identified by the United Nations. So these all are the critical tools which can be used to control the environmental impacts as well as mitigation plans. So these all are the very important tool which can be used. Exploring real-world example of successful EIA implementation can provide valuable insights into the positive environment and social impact projects. So whatever experience we come across, that can be put forth for the next level of EIA for the another project which may have some percentage of comparison or some percentage of similarity may be there on the problem or the environmental situation or ecosystem. So EAA challenges, despite its benefit, EAA faces challenges such as limited data availability. Of course, if you take India-like countries, the major problem what we are facing is the that EAA data availability. Some of the data are not accessible. Some data are even accessible also. If you go with some data, you may not find data for that. So that is a complex situation what we are living. But using some technologies, whatever available, we can have some what do you say, data interpretation technology or extrapolation technology. Using that, you can solve these issues because of the thanks for the development of data science and artificial intelligence tools and all. Even virtual reality also can be used for this kind of EAA data interpretation or data identification. Lot of things are there. So it is the need of the hours, and how we can come across such issues. It can be come across by doing some capacity building. So what the kind of capacity building we can do? We can have that artificial intelligence and virtual reality features to identify such issues, and such conditions can be drained by for the people those who are working on the particular area, because most of the time some areas are inaccessible to collect the data or something. So if you are using the virtual reality, you can synchronize the data with the real-time world, and you can use some artificial intelligence or data science or data mining technique to identify, to gather the information and all. So this kind of capacity building should be there for our level of EAA development. So EAA and climate change, the integration of climate change consideration into EAA can enhance resilience and adaptation strategies, because we are living in a different environmental or climatic condition. So we have to come across such situation where we need to know that this kind of climate change adaptation techniques are useful for the technological development. EAA biodiversity and conservation. EAA contributes to the production and conservation of biodiversity by assessing the potential impact of development project on ecosystems and the endangered species. So you have the information on endangered species and the ecosystem conditions also, you know. So the EAA, a proper EAA can help us for the conservation of biodiversity and all. So another thing is EAA and indigenous communities. It's not only for the species, of course, a human also a species on the earth. So respecting rights and traditional knowledge of indigenous community is essential in the EAA process to ensure that their cultural and environmental concerns are acknowledged and addressed. So this will really help some technology to hold. For example, India, we know that India is known for the indigenous communities. They are having a valuable product, valuable ideas and valuable technologies that can be used for the different sustainable development goals and all. So EAA monitoring and evaluation. It's a continuous monitoring and evaluation is the main part of the project, because it's not just like preparing a report and saying that these all are the mitigation plan, these all are the way you can develop all those things. But it is very necessary that you have to monitor whether it is going in the way what we are expecting. If it is not there, there may be a change in plan, not in the objective. EAA and public participation is very, very important, where our EAA is having a life. So incorporating public feedback and participating in EAA process fosters accountability and enhances the legitimacy of the development project within the community. This is very, very important part. And decision making, EAA informed and transparent decision making is very, very important, because the people, those who are living on the particular area, the people are relevant to the project should understand that what is really happening, what is the next level of our objective, all those things. EAA and global collaboration, international collaboration and knowledge sharing are essential for advancing EAA practices and fostering harmonious relationships between nations for sustainable development. So international, because whatever you are impacting on the environment, it is not your local business. It is a global business. It is globally it will affect. I can give you n number of examples where one particular country is generating some kind of issues, or they are doing some practices which will affect the another part of the globe. So that we have to take into account. The future of EIA, as we look the future, the evolution of EIA will involve embracing the technological advancements, promoting inclusive participation, and adapting to the changing dynamic of environmental challenges. By harnessing the full potential of EIA, we can champion sustainable development. We can ensure that the sustainable developments are important and how it can be go for it. In conclusion, environmental impact assessment is a powerful tool for achieving sustainable development. Let's continue to unleash its potential and work toward harmonious and prosperous future. Because we have to keep our the environment and the